Hello students, welcome to all of you. Before commencing the lecture, I would like to inform you that maximum students still have not submitted their notes copy. So today is the last day of submission. Must submit today. And one thing, remember that in your notes copy, the numericals which have been discussed here are discussed from your from your NCERT book must be mentioned. Some have left it, some are not responding, and as you are knowing, numerical is a very important part of every topic, and numericals makes your concept clear. By doing numericals you can attain maximum marks. So don't let numericals and try to practice by yourself also. Okay, so all right, now come on the topic. So, in the continuation of the same chapter, that is classification of elements or periodic table, we are going to learn that is how long form of the periodic table is related to the electronic configuration, and on the basis of electronic configuration, how this table is divided into blocks. And these blocks are nothing, they are called S block, P block, D block and F block elements. Alright, before this very lecture, I have expressed about groups and periods and what is their position in the periodic table. So, on the basis of previous lectures, you should focus on new point, that is how modern periodic table or long form of the periodic table is divided into 4 blocks, and what is the relationship of these elements with electronic configuration. So children, listen the lecture sincerely, then you will understand the fact clearly and neatly. Okay, so on the basis of electronic configuration, the long form of the periodic table is classified into 4 blocks. These 4 blocks are called namely S block, P block, D block and F block elements. And F block elements respectively. Okay, as you are knowing, the SPDF, the letters SPDFs are taken from the subcells. As you are knowing, S subcell, P subcell, D subcell and F subcell. So these SPDF blocks in S block, P block, D block and F block, these SPDFs are taken from the subcells letters, that is S subcell, P subcell, D subcell and F subcell. And on the basis of subcell or on the basis of knowledge of quantum numbers, you are knowing that S subcell can contain maximum of 2 electrons. Similarly, P subcell contains maximum of 6 electrons, D subcell contains of maximum 10 electrons and F subcell contains maximum of 14 electrons. So, keeping this point in knowledge, in mind, must know that on the same basis, this classification makes the study of long form of the periodic table more simple and more easier. How? Since S subshell here containing 2 electrons, children. Similarly, this S block contains 2 groups of the periodic table, and this S block contains 2 groups, namely called first group and second group. Alright. Similarly, like there are 6 electrons, but here not 6. Here means block means the P block elements are placed in 6 group. Total group present in P block is a 6. Meaning it not electron. Here the meaning is electron S2, but here S block means just I going to relate. Listen children, just I going to relate how this S subshell and S and P block can be related on the basis of electronic configuration. So this S2 means S block elements are present in 2 groups, that is first group and second group. Alright. Similarly, these P block elements having here 6 electrons, but here for the make the study of the element simpler or simplicity, that is they are placed in 6. They contain 6 groups. Total they contain 6 groups, and these groups are group 13, group 14, group 15, group 16, group 17 and group 18. So group 13 to group 18 means total number of groups P block contained is 6. That's why they are referred to P block. Similarly, D subset contains maximum of 2 electrons. So here the D blocks means D block contains total number of groups 10. The groups present in D block means there are 10 vertical columns in which these elements are arranged, and the number of the groups present in D block are 10 in number, and these blocks are namely group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7, group 8, group 9, group 10, group 11 and group 12. Right children? Is it? Okay. Similarly, this F block elements, and here you are knowing F subshell containing 14 electrons. So no matter of electron, here we are talking about elements. So just make the relation. F block means this block contains, that is what? The elements which are placed below in the periodic table in the number 4 of the series 1414 called the lanthanides and actinides. You have I have explained you in detail what is lanthanide, what is actinide, and where they are placed in long formal variable. So on the previous knowledge you are knowing that the number of lanthanide elements is 14. Similarly, number of actinides element is 14. So 14, 14 in 2 series of 14, 14 means total number of elements present in your block are 28, but they contain what? 14 elements each, and that's why these elements are placed in F block in 14, 14 series. So listen. One by one I am going to explain what is S block, what is the characteristic, what is P block, what is the characteristic of P block element, similarly what is D and F block, and what are the characteristics of these blocks. Question comes from these points mainly and comes as explain what do you mean by D block elements with their characteristics. Similarly, the question comes, describe S and P block elements with their properties. And sometimes question comes that, what do you mean by F block elements, where they are placed on the basis of electronic configuration. Alright children? So listen, what are S block elements? I think the point we just discussing, the fundament is clear. So S block elements are those elements which lost electron occupied S subcell. Listen sincerely. S block elements are those elements which lost electron or valence electron or outermost electron occupied S subcell called S block elements. And S block elements contain totals of 13 elements, and they are placed in group first and group second of the periodic table. They are placed in group first, this is group first and group second of the periodic table. Right? Once again listen, S block elements are those elements which lost electron or valence electron or outermost electron occupies S subcell called S block elements. The total number of elements which are present in S block is 13. They are placed in group first and group second of the periodic table, which are just left side, placed in the left side of the long formal periodic table. Alright? And these S block elements generally possesses electronic configuration NS1 to 2, means the elements which are present in group first follow the configuration, electronic configuration NS1, and those which are present in group second follow the general electronic configuration NS2, where N denotes the number of outermost cell, where N denotes the number of outermost cell. For example, suppose I am taking first element of the S block, that is hydrogen. If you write, it will be 1s1. So for N is 1, alright, N is 1, you are getting hydrogen. But if you put N is 7, then you means when it coming 7s1, then you get the last member of the first group, that is francium 87F4. This is the means of this NS1. Similarly, NS2, the first element of group second start from, you are knowing, from beryllium, atomic number 4. Alright? And if we write its last electron will enter in S subcell, that is 1s2 and 2s2, occupy S subcell. So no doubt they are the member of S block. Alright? So treated NS2. So for N is 2, you are getting beryllium. Similarly, if you get N is 7, you will get the last member of this group, that is radium. 88 Ra, if you write, in the last will come 7s2. So last electron occupies S subcell. In this last electron occupies S subcell in each case. That's why they are called the S block elements. And if you count the total elements which are present in group first and second are in number 13, and they possess general electronic configuration NS1R2, means for first group the configuration will be NS1, and for second group configuration will be NS2. Alright? So this is your S block elements. Now what is, and for your simplicity I can write the elements which are present in first group. So first group element is hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Is it, children? And atomic numbers are 1, 3, 11, 19, 37 and this is perhaps 55 and 87. Is it? Similarly, children, second group elements you can show, that is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, Sr, barium and radium, and having atomic numbers, that is 2, 12, 20, 38, 56 and 88. Is it? And if you count these numbers, should be 13. Total number of elements which are present in group first and group second is 13. So, and by writing electronic configuration, they are occupying S subcell. That's why these are the elements of S block. Now come on the properties of S block. So S blocks, listen sincerely, what are the main property or what are the main characteristics of S block elements? So first characteristic, S block elements having general electronic configuration NS1 or NS2. Alright. Second property, the elements which are present in S block are generally soft metals except hydrogen. Must you remember? Except hydrogen, rest all are soft metals. Next property, the elements which are present in S block generally possess low melting point as well as low boiling point. Next property, you can say the valency or oxidation state of these elements are +1 and +2 respectively. Means those which are present in first group possess +1 addition state and those which are present in second group possess +2 addition state. Alright. Next property, these elements have a tendency to lose electron easily. That's why they have a tendency to form electropositive ion and they are ionic compound. They forms ionic compound. Listen, they have a tendency to lose electron easily, so they will form cation. So they are highly electropositive and forms ionic compound, or you can say they are ionic in nature. And last point, you can say that these elements are highly reactive. These elements which are present in S block all are highly reactive. And one more property, you can say that these elements are highly reducing agent. The elements which are present in S block are highly reducing agent. Similarly, one more property you can put that the elements which are present in S block, since all are metals, so they possess good conductor of heat and electricity. Alright. So these are the some general properties of S block. Now come on the P block. Come on students. Come on, what is P block elements? So listen sincerely. P block elements are those elements which fills last electron or which occupies last electron in P subcell. Listen, P block elements are those elements which last electron or outermost electron occupied in P subcell called P block elements. The total number of elements which are present in P block at present time is 37. 37 elements are now present in P block, and these elements are present in group 13 to group 18 of the periodic table. These elements are placed in group 13, group 14, group 15, group 16, group 17 and group 18 of the periodic table, which is just right side of the long form of the periodic table. Alright. So now come on the properties of these block elements. So listen sincerely. First property, the general electronic configuration of P block element is NS2 NP1 to 6. Listen sincerely. The general electronic configuration of the elements which are present in P block are NS2 NP1 to 6. Alright. If the elements will belong 13th group, that will be NP1. if electron enters in the 18th group, the electron will fulfill and show NP16, NP6 configuration. This is the meaning of this very point. Alright. Second property, the elements which are present in P block are normally, there are metals, non-metal and metalloid. Means P block contains all the three kinds of elements, that is, they are metals, they are non-metals and metalloids also. Okay, so for example, you can put metal like that is aluminium is a metal, rest all are non-metal, and metalloid example you are knowing, that is silicon, germanium, arsenic, tellurium are the metalloid. Rest, that is nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, they all are non-metals. Alright, means this P block elements contains these three types, that is metal, non-metal and metalloid elements. Next property of P block is, P block elements having a definite valency except some elements. Except means tin-like elements only show variable valency, rest others having definite valency. For example, suppose I am taking aluminium, which is a member of P block, so its valency is 3. Similarly, suppose fluorine I am taking, the valency of fluorine is 1, that is fixed. Similarly, suppose nitrogen, valency is 3, no doubt. Carbon, valency is 4, and so on. This is, but the metals like tin, Sn, shows variable valencies, that is 2 and 4. Alright. Next property, these P block elements are generally covalent in nature because they have a tendency to share electrons. Next property, you can represent the elements which are present in P block are the elements which are present in P block possesses, that is low IP means ionization potential, electron affinity and electronegativity. Okay. So next property, one more. The elements which are present in P block are having tendency to form anion. That's why they possess highly electronegative character. Listen, the elements which are present in P block generally have a tendency to form anions. That's why they possess high electronegative character, or they are highly electronegative. One more point in this block, one element, helium, is an exception. It is considered under P block and it is with inert or noble elements because it is showing the property of with noble elements, but during writing of configuration it got the position S2. So although it is a member of P block, but during writing configuration it comes in S block. So don't confuse. Helium is the exception, and since property of helium is altogether with noble elements, means 18th group element, that's why it is kept with 18th element, but according to configuration this follow S subcell, but due to proper similarity of the property, it is kept in P block with noble elements or inert element in 18th group. Alright. So this is all about S block and P block, and in next lecture I will discuss about D and F block elements. So remember it and be positive, be regular, and keep your dose high. Thank you very much.